And so I started on medication, took it for 22 years, and then I found out the doctors told me it was the wrong medication. How did they know that? We found out because a doctor asked me for the first time what was my life like without depression. Because we only go to doctor when we're experiencing an illness, a pain, a rash, whatever, an ache. But the doctor never asks you what your life is like when you don't experience the pain, the ache. And the doctor asked me, what is your life like when you're not having this depth of depression? And I said, I have a wonderful life when I'm not depressed. In fact, it's so wonderful. I'm so happy that I'm not depressed. I throw a lot of parties and celebrate. I'm always celebrating that I'm not depressed. Really happy, very happy that things are working, going well. Ah, the doctor said. Ah, and when you celebrate, what sort of ways do you celebrate? What do you do? Say, well, what's a celebration? Drinking, partying, laughing with friends, going on holiday, traveling. But when I come back, I fall into this depth of depression. It's so sudden. It's so sudden. It's almost the minute I step off the plane, I just don't think I can walk. I can move. How am I going to get home? I'm the first in the taxi to get home. And then the doctor said to me, what you're experiencing when you're not depressed is what we call mania. You experience a form of mania where nothing matters, everything's happy, everyone's happy, the whole world is happy because I'm happy. Mania, I said. Mania? But that's for people with really serious mental illness, isn't it? I know that. He says, yes, we call it bipolar. The minute I heard that word, bipolar, it felt as if the whole world stopped. I felt as if everything had stopped. And everybody could hear my doctor telling me that I have had bipolar from the age of 6 and 7. You can't imagine this. Everything stopped. And then he said, I apologize that it's taken us so long, because you would have been alone throughout this period of time. I was always alone. That the medication that we was giving you was in fact making your bipolar worse. This was shocking. First, he's telling me I've got a serious mental illness. And second, he's telling me the medication that I was taking for my anxiety and depression was actually causing my bipolar to be worse. And in fact, it wasn't just general anxiety and depression, but that those periods I was suffering with serious mental illness. Now, what I'm asking you if you are experiencing long bouts of anxiety and depression, please go to your doctor and be honest with them. I'm not saying you've got bipolar, but what I'm saying is talk to somebody. You don't have to suffer alone. I suffered alone for many, many years for the fear of telling someone from that child experience. But you don't have to suffer alone. There are people there that's willing to help you, and your doctor can help you, but you need to get the correct diagnosis, and the only way you can do that is to be honest with someone. Make that someone be your doctor. Be honest with them how you feel. And hopefully, you too can suddenly experience a new way of living. My life completely changed again, this time for the better. I'm on the correct medication. I feel extremely well. I'm able to do lots of things. I don't feel that my bipolar disables me. I have times when it rears its ugly head, but I've learned to recognize those times and manage those times so they don't take over my life like they used to when I was younger. So, as you can see, it can be shocking to get a diagnosis of a serious mental illness at the age of 44. But it was the best diagnosis that I could have had. And after a few months of taking medication, I've never had the severe depression. The severe depression that I used to experience all my life as a teenager and going through my 20s and 30s. No, I've never had it again. And my highs aren't as highs. No more parties, no more parties. I go to other people's parties, but no more big parties, inviting hundreds of people to my home to drink and celebrate with me. I know that that's not good for my mental health. So one thing, and the one thing I want to leave with you, maybe it's the second thing now, is that mental health matters. Your mental health needs to come first. More than anything else that you can think of, your mental health needs to come first. Take care.